Hello.
Hello.
What up? How are you?
I hate my guts, but other than, well, not my guts as in my, like...
I was about to be like, I hate your guts, too.
Yeah, I was about to say, not my guts as in, like, my, what's the word? Theoretical guts? My guts as in my actual guts.
Like, literal.
Like my colon and my intestines. And maybe my stomach.
You just don't care. You just don't care for your stomach very much.
Yeah, that whole digestive GI thing can go fuck itself.
Basically. Well, it is. It is fucking itself.
It is.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. But other than that...
No, not Berserk Guts. We love him.
No, he is wonderful.
Guts is the best.
He is the babe. He stays close to my heart.
Oh, man. I love Berserk.
I love Berserk, too.
I think I'm 2 chapters behind now. I need to catch up.
I am very far behind in the manga because part of me doesn't want to catch up.
Which is understandable. I was sitting at that for a really long time. They got on the boat and I was like, I'll just leave them there and just like not come back to it for a while because if I catch up, I'm gonna get real frustrated about being on this damn boat. I mean, now they're off the boat, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, if you haven't read the manga, I highly recommend it.
It's really good, but to be fair, you're at least way further, even when you decided to stop so you wouldn't catch up, you were still way further along than I am. I'm, like, sitting way back here at the beginning of the Millennium Falcon arc, like...
Which is the best arc.
I know!
So you're like, I don't want to read because I'm going to get addicted to reading, and I won't be able to stop reading, and then I'll be caught up. Though, I mean, to be fair, Miura has been more consistent lately.
No,
on releasing chapters.
I have heard.
For now, I don't want to jinx that.
Knock on
something. There's no wood around. It's all plastic.
Knock on
Here's
your head. My brain is made of wood.
Mine too, right now, especially. Yeah, hi Fawn and Len. How are you?
Hello. Oh, I was about to grab the PS4 controller.
What is that? Battle Chef Brigade badge? I've never seen that one. What the heck?
It's green!
For my money. I don't know. For my money, Squirtle's still the best Pokemon. Actually, for my money, Typhlosion's best Pokemon. Cyndaquil, best starter. Fight me.
Are we saying best Pokemon is just our favorite Pokemon?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't actually know the stats of these Pokemons, because I've never played a Pokemans. But, for my money, Jigglypuff, the best Pokemon.
Jigglypuff!
Okay, okay, there we go.
Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, that's right. We are in the first, trial.
Mm-hmm. The DLC trial.
We're with this mama. Sorry, best starters Piplup. See, but I missed that generation. I didn't actually play that one.
I like Ditto and I love Bellsprout!
Yo, Bellsprout, though, is also one of my favorites.
I love
that whole
Bellsprout.
evolutionary line is
gold.
Yeah. I didn't care anything for them when I was younger, and then as an adult, I'm like, nah. Especially James's Victory Bell is the best fucking Pokemon.
I love Bellsprout. I love Bellsprout because he's so cute. I love Weeping Bell because he's so relatable.
Yeah, Weeping Bell's real relatable.
Hashtag relatable is Weeping Bell.
And Victory Bell is the most relatable to me because it just screams and consumes people.
See, Weeping Bell's the most for me because he's just like, put me back in the kiln. Ever since the fucking Game Grumps episode where Dan is like, he looks like he's not finished.
He's not finished yet.
I'm like, that's me. I'm like, put me back in the kiln. Give me the sweet release of death.
I would think Paris and Parasect would be your faves. Because that one is...
I don't know what that is.
Paris is this, like, insect Pokemon that has these mushrooms on its back. But we realize when it evolves to Parasect that the mushrooms actually take over its body. It's like a parasitic fungi. Because Parasect, the crab part of it is still at the bottom, but its eyes are, like, whited out. Mm-hmm. And the mushrooms have, like, completely overtaken it. It's one of those things they never talk to you about, but it's totally based on, like, the cordyceps, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, from The Last of Us that made all the zombies. It's real creepy when you think about it.
That is really cool. I've never seen that.
I'm actually gonna just pop this up really quick so you can see it, and then I promise we'll play Ace Attorney, but like,
Oh, yeah.
I should probably warn that I'm real spacey tonight. I've been spacey all day, like particularly, so I'm a little bit weird today. Paris. Pokemon.
I also have a story to tell that I thought you might find funny.
Oh, wait, hold that thought.
Okay.
Because I think I've got, yeah, there it is. There's Paris and Parasect.
Oh my god, it's so cute!
Isn't it?
It's super cute.
It's definitely dead when it evolves. That is no longer an insect. That is just it's just completely taken over.
Oh, look how cute that one is. I like the red mushrooms.
Paris is adorable. I have such an affection for like low level, like Babby tier bug and grass Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Oddish. There's that one episode in Pokemon Johto where there's a bunch of was it Jumpluffs or Driftlooms or whatever, and they like fly away in the wind. And the Oddish wants to fly so badly, so it like paints itself to look like one and hangs out with them. But it can't fly because it's a fucking Oddish and it's too heavy. It tries real hard.
Live in your room and not need a lot of food.
Yeah, except I have like a brown thumb. I cannot grow anything. So if I were to have to take care of a Bellsprout, I'd probably kill it.
Bellsprout, Bellsprout, Bellsprout.
Hey, Sizey, what's up?
I can't grow things that I intend to grow, but I'll tell you what, I had this little herb garden that I started with Lance outside, and it has grown the tallest weed tree thing inside of it.
So you can grow weeds?
The fucking god tier of weeds.
There's a joke there, but
The dankest of weeds.
you can figure it out. Have you tried using automated watering pumps and succulents? Well, see, here's the thing. I can't.
We killed a succulent.
Yeah, we did. There's one right in front of us.
It's dead.
It's pretty dead.
You only had to spray it with water like once a week.
Still killed it. This is why I can't ever have children. Oh, there's two of them actually. There's two succulents in this room, and they're both dead.
Yep. To be fair, this one was mine. Or supposed to be mine.
Well, we kept them in here. We just
kept
never
them.
watered them.
Nope. It's hella dead.
We just forgot. We're not very attentive. Quattro! Thanks for the host. What's up? And Hulk busted. Hello. So yeah,
We should take a picture of our dead succulents.
I totally will. For you guys in Discord, after we're done tonight, I'll take pictures of these and just put them
Yeah, so
in
you can
Discord so you can see how dead they are. They're,
They're
super dead.
Oh! I'm sorry, we will get started in Ace Attorney soon, but my story.
Yes.
I don't remember if I told you or not, and if I did, I apologize.
Uh-huh.
But, so, everybody... Well, for those of you who don't know, I will preface this story by saying that I have grown up in the South my entire life. I have a family full of very Southern culture people.
That's a nice way to say redneck.
I've grown up around Southern culture my entire life. I'm very well acquainted with it. You just picture the most stereotypical Southern culture person, and that is my immediate
Got
family.
a big pickup truck.
That's my immediate family. Anyway, so I work with one of our best friends and some other girls. And one of these other girls, very sweet girl, love her to death. Well, I say love her to death. I don't know her that well. But
I was about to be like, this is a very Southern way to start a story.
she's a sweet girl. I really think she's funny and cute. But we got into a bit of a discrepancy because she is also Southern cultured. But she's more, I guess you could say, proud of it.
Ah.
she's a bit of an amalgamation, to be fair. So she's very progressive with her thoughts, unlike a lot of people who partake in Southern culture. She's like shabby chic, I guess.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I get where you're going.
She likes she likes country stuff, and she has a very country family as well, but she appreciates that kind of culture. Whereas I do not.
Right.
Anyway, the point of the story is our friend Cookie was on her phone during our break, and she found the contraction, the Southern colloquialism, Yaldav. And
what? All right. No, keep going. I'm just sitting here like trying to piece together what this is in my head, but keep going anyway.
So she was like, Yaldav, is that an actual thing that people say? Do people say Yaldav? And our coworker was quick to respond with, no, that's not a thing. That's somebody making fun of Southern culture. No one ever says that. And I walked in on the conversation when she was like saying, no, that's not a real thing. That's just mocking Southern culture. And I was like, what word is it? And she goes, Yaldav. I'm like, yeah, Yaldav. And she was like, so it is a thing. And I'm like, yeah, Yaldav. Y'all, or you all, dove, would have. Yaldav.
You all would have.
You all would have. Yaldav. And we got into a bit of a back and forth because she was like, I have the most Southern family, I have the most country family, and I've never once heard them say Yaldav. And I was like, well, guess what? I too have the most Southern country family, and I've definitely heard them say Yaldav.
Prepare to be surprised. Ooh. Hey, Goobadoo. That's my friendo from yesterday. Hello. Yes, this is the first Ace Attorney, and it's Cid's first time playing it. Sorry, we also, for people that are new, have a staple in Ace Attorney where we go on random tangents at any given time, and then snap back to the story very awkwardly with no warning whatsoever. We don't have very long attention spans here, so...
I don't like the sound of the word.
I don't either.
Could y'all don't.
Could y'all don't?
But it was just one of those moments where I was like, I can't believe I'm arguing this point because I don't care, and I would never say Yaldav.
I still try super hard to not ever even say y'all. I just say you guys.
You guys.
Hey, you guys!
How about just dudes?
Or,
hey, dudes.
Yeah. Or my dudes.
Yeah. My dudes.
The only time that I'll ever say y'all is when I'm jokingly saying y'all want to do some cums. Which isn't often, surprisingly. Anyways, yeah. The South is weird, you guys.
And then I brought up having to teach you what a ham hock was. And that was...
Yeah, ham hocks are weird.
I was thinking.
Roy is a treasure. Roy does say y'all okay all the time. But yeah.
Alright,
so, where were we?
We're pressing this bitch. We haven't pressed her.
Oh, okay. I think we started to, and then we, like, forced ourselves to stop because we were
Yeah.
like, we won't remember this next time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Press that bitch. Hold it.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. You're welcome.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Wow. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired?
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is definitely unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Star.
It's too late now, but if you played the remake of this game on the DS, there's an extra case. Oh, that's this one. This is literally the extra case.
Yeah. Delivering stuff to one of your boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yeah, so what? This boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunch. Thanks.
Note to self. The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in the A block. No, you're good, dude. Hi, Violet. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. Everything?
That would be the room with the security sign.
Could have stayed in all caps.
Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Erting. Erting is a thing that people say here, maybe.
Ertang.
Erting.
Ertang. It's a word.
Southern culture is
Erting.
great. I love it.
You ain't got to pretend. I've lived here my whole life and I hate it.
Wow.
The only thing I like is collard greens.
It's biscuits for me. Biscuits and gravy. That's it though.
I would have said biscuits, but I can't eat biscuits anymore.
Yeah, I shouldn't either, but I do. Biscuits and gravy. We don't have that in the north. It's real fucking good.
Oh, I did make sweet potato biscuits the other day, though.
What?
Yeah, I have them next door. You want one?
Yes. You still have some?
Yes.
I want them. Or one. Just one.
No. Okay.
I want to try it.
Oh, you've never had my sweet potato biscuits?
No!
Oh.
I've had sweet potato pancakes, but not biscuits.
No, I make sweet potato biscuits.
We make good cornbread in the north too. Just if you tell that to a southerner, they'll get very offended, but we do. My mom has a killer cornbread recipe, and she is born bred New York. So the only thing I can give the South, because they put way too much salt and butter and lard and everything, biscuits and gravy. That's the thing. That's the key. Come to the South, have biscuits and gravy.
You sense something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
Is that so hard to believe? The one who has a psychic partner? It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's instincts, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
Mild and not very strong?
Yeah, not so good. A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
I, of course, am hard. Yellowed, sharp as a tack. And hard.
I bet you stink too. Oh shit, I hope you didn't hear that. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. She has spidey sense.
By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
Ooh, the court don't like that.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. Nice.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof. We can always complain. She's not wrong.
That's not how court works, though. Not in this game. Witness! In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
A rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside.
Huh, that was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Look at this graph!
Ah, a photograph! You took this?
Ah! Goobadoogu, hello, I am Cid.
I am told that when you don't see our faces, we sound similar and get confused. But yeah, we're both here.
Yes. Haha! This is the full Watashi machine.
Yes!
We are fully here, locked and loaded.
We do stuff with webcam sometimes, so it won't. I mean, if you stick around long enough, you'll put the voices to the face. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. This is my first time seeing this photograph.
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
That is unmistakably Lana Sky. Is it really, though?
Well, it is a little blurry.
So what was the defendant doing at the time?
We did board games just last Monday. We were gonna do another one tonight, but it didn't work out. Sometime this week we'll do more board games.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You think you can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg? I mean, a person?
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Well, she stabbed him. It's 10 centimeters long, right, Edgeworth? Also, how long is the knife?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
Well, the defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late.
Yes, in the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. Also, there was a fence. Did you not see the fence? It was between us? Okay.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Ms. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
That's weird. Don't smile like that! It's weird. It's creeping me out. Stop it.
Oh, I always knew a did engagement keen.
Hi, Alex. We've played the other Ace Attorneys already and somehow missed this one. But we're gonna play Spirit of Justice soon, yes.
Well, no, to be fair, we've played Trials and Trib, Apollo Justice, and then...
Dual Destinies. But
Dual
we can't get the
Destinies.
crossover one to work as far as streaming goes.
Right. But we've played through the first one now too, but we haven't played through the second one.
Yeah. I was just hoping you'd forget about it, because
No, never.
I don't like Justice for All.
I have to, no. We have to
Except
play
for
the
the
second one.
Nickel Samurai case is good.
We have to play the second one,
It's true, Sid's never played it.
and we have to play...
I just really want to play Spirit of Justice. I'm
Spirit of
super
Justice.
excited, because neither of us have played Spirit of Justice. Oh, thanks, Alex. When's penis right?
I'm sure it exists.
Yeah, it's probably out there somewhere. Bum, bum, bum. When are we gonna stream that? That's for Twitch Gold member accounts only.
What?
Nothing. just go. Just go.
How did you know?
Oh wait, we did this one already. So we've pressed everything then. We just need to figure out where to start digging as far
Okay,
as
I see.
presenting goes.
Okay, Sorry, I can just hold this up.
Well, now we have the photo, so
Yeah,
let's-
let's look at our court record for a second.
for just a second.
We've got a parking stub, Goodman's ID. Well, hold on. Can I? How do I check?
A. Yeah, just don't hit X or Y.
Name and ID number are written here. Detective Bruce Goodman. ID number, blah blah blah.
I wonder why they only use numbers for their IDs.
What else would they use?
Letters, silly. They're the reason that we have written language in the first place.
True.
Detective Bruce Goodman, ID Yabba Dab. See? Wouldn't that be better?
Yabba-dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it.
Exactly my point.
It doesn't take much to amuse her. Or actually, hold on. I don't flip it.
Let me turn around.
Yeah, flip it.
Dude. Nothing. Aw, man. That sucks, Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry Twitch is being a butthole.
I'm sorry.
Have a good night.
Have a good
Well, it
one.
keeps buffering. Someone let them know that we say have a good night.
Yes. Prosecutor's trophy. Murder weapon found in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood. No print.
No prints.
Found within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
That's right. The actual time of death is a little vague.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, because it's the photograph that we just got, that maybe it'll be a thing, but I might not be. I don't remember this case as well, so I don't know.
Okay, so let's look at this. this trench coat. There's a...
Wait, she doesn't wear a trench coat.
She's got one on in this picture.
Hmm.
Got a trench coat. I was trying to see if she had gloves on, and she does.
Yeah. And it's not the moment of any crime. You can't see.
No, but she
She's
is
just-
at Edgeworth's car
True,
in the trunk.
but you can't see Goodman at all.
Yeah, you can't see Goodman at all, and this was supposed to be before the crime, so that's a little weird. Another weird thing is...
Oh, legend. Sorry. Have a good night. Is Twitch just being really
in
wonky
an hour
today?
and a half of 4 p.m. And Edgeworth had only just got there at 5:12.
Right, right. But it still, I think, fits in
The time frame.
the time frame, just
Okay.
barely.
But yeah, no. So the picture's fishy because there is no.
You
Goodman.
can't. Yeah, there's no. It's just her standing there.
Yeah.
I mean, it does look a little incriminating, but like, there's not anything.
There's no
solid.
Goodman. There's no knife. There's no.
Yeah, she's not even
nothing.
holding a knife or anything.
Okay, so. To the orifice next to a garage car, prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. So, actually, it might be this,
Maybe.
because the statement just before is the one where we got the picture, I'm pretty sure. And then she
Can we
says,
see her right hand in the photo?
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't look like there's anything in it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's holding anything.
And again, there's no Goodman.
Let's keep that one on
Yeah.
in our brainium.
She thrust it into Goodman's chest.
Okay.
Alright, that was it.
We should wish list. What's in the trunk? Well, apparently a dead body. According to what they found afterwards. The story is that she stabbed him, tossed him in the trunk, and they, like, caught her or something.
I feel like I've heard of Visage, actually. It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar to me, too, but I don't know why.
But it's a spoop!
Yeah. No, please do. If you guys have recommendations for spooky games, especially the short ones, like little indie game things, put them in the suggestions spot in Discord, because
It's spoop month!
we're definitely going to go through a bunch of spooky games. No, I guess we still have full points or whatever, so
Yeah.
we can try and just start throwing that out somewhere. Just to see if it works.
We saw the chief prosecutor sitting next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife. Okay, so then present.
If it doesn't work, then we just got to get our foot in the door and just kind of like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think it's a good place to start. Yeah.
And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife in the parking lot.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
That looks questionable.
I'm sure that's a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this graph.
Look at this crowd.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. You took this at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It's you that needs to be more careful, right?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. How could you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat?
It's a black and white photograph.
Ah, well, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you!
Mr. Wright, are you just going to sit there and take that kind of abuse? He does all the time.
Ugh, you got a better idea? Objection!
Ooh, Observer, you're not the first person to recommend that. I have been thinking about that one. Well, we'll see.
That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony.
Yeah, she just told us.
Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
She always wears gloves.
Yeah.
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Unless she likes to wear gloves. I don't know.
Well, these gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. Serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
What if she's just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
Yeah.
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
Oh. Well. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got him thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. Gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's still only a flesh wound. Help, computer! Stop all the downloading.
Okay, so...
Hello, Dagnall.
Daniel.
Daniel!
How do we know it wasn't premeditated?
Well, the knife checks out. There's no prints. Obviously she's wearing gloves.
Memo found in the car trunk.
That's kind of toughy. The phone is weird, but I don't think it really
Yeah.
has any bearing on it being premeditated.
We've already used the photograph.
Well, sometimes you use evidence twice. It's just rare.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't
Examine it.
know.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought.
Here, let me flip it.
Yeah, it just seems to be the bloodstain.
Okay. Well. Yeah, this is day 1. So we're still determining whether or not it was premeditated. Single stab wound was found, loss of blood.
12 centimeter knife? I mean, they did say it was 10.
I don't know whether or not, maybe we'll remember it, but I think they'd be like, what difference does 2 centimeters make? And then you go, well, you'd be surprised. A. And then they all look at you and you're like, oh fuck, and then you get a penalty.
Look on the underside of it.
Boop. Oh, there's a thing there. Hello. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Fuck that guy.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
Check him out on death row. His name does kind of have a ring to it.
Von Karma these nuts. Oh, good night, Quattro. Have a good sleep. When you do check on this, it doesn't give you the option to like, nah, you just can read it.
Yeah.
And we don't know what that's about. December 2nd, 6-7. I guess he said it was S and we thought it looked more like 5, but I think we're thinking ahead on that. It's not here yet. My thing's the trench coat. What's with the coat? I don't remember. There's definitely blood on it, I guess.
But still, where's the knife? Where was the knife found? Was it found in his chest? Is she just? Is this
I think
supposed
so. Yeah,
Is
maybe.
this supposed to be her stuffing the body in the trunk? Like, where's the body?
I guess it's in the trunk. I need a body massage. Mr. Body Massage Machine. Go.
Quattro, enjoy your sleeps. I love you.
She also cut her hand. I don't know if that's important yet or not. We know that already.
Yeah, but I don't have a way to.
She could still cut her hand even if it was meditated, I guess.
But then wouldn't there be a cut in the gloves? But we don't have the gloves to prove that, so.
But the photo might. That might not be a bad idea. We could save and try it. Yeah, because she'd bleed on it. She'd bleed on stuff. If she cut her hand, then her blood would get on it.
It's true.
Wouldn't it?
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Well then, do you think we should present the picture again here?
Save first.
Okay.
And then let's try it. So I think it's definitely, we're on the right statement. But it's one of those moments where I'm like, I don't remember, and I don't know what the game wants. I don't know what you want from me!
I don't know what thread of logic.
Sometimes it's hard to follow Phoenix's logic.
Sorry.
And it's usually, like, in the beginning like this, where you just, like, you're trying really hard to, like, get that wedge into their, like, perfect testimony. And then it all goes downhill from there, and you're like, yes. Let's try. Nope.
Nope.
That's a negatory.
See, now it's not letting me hold it.
I don't think it does when you get penalized for some reason.
C-Mac, hello! C-Mac!
Objection overruled.
So then
Should
what?
we load or not?
Nah, you'll be fine.
Okay. The rubber gloves prove it. I think you're right that this has got to be the statement, but...
Something to do with the rubber gloves, I guess. It could maybe even be the knife or the autopsy report.
Oh, we're good.
We're super good. Kyle's HP bar is on the screen because he's the bit boss right now. He's the motherfucking bit boss.
No one can challenge him. No one!
Whoops.
I say just try.
Just start
stuff.
guessing shit.
Yeah, we saved. We'll figure out what Phoenix is going for.
Alright,
I
I think our next best bet is either the knife or the autopsy report.
I'm feeling the same.
So, which one should we go with first, do you think?
And the knife? Ha-ha!
Witness, do you know what this is?
That's a knife. Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
Oh, hell yeah.
But a red car belonged to...
Miss Edgeworth was involved somehow. Rubble, rubble. Mommy, our prosecutors bad people. Yes, they are, darling. What's up, Dave?
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
Suck my dick, bitch.
Wow.
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky, we planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Oh, you weren't even backseating, Daniel. You said that the moment we hit it because of chat delay. It was like, bam! Everybody fucking came to the conclusion at the same time. We all came together. Wait.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Oh. What if there wasn't a knife there at all? What would she kill him with?
The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
What if you're a master at improving weapons?
Order! Order!
Nice.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Finally. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
No.
No, she's
no.
as good as free.
No.
Free every time, easy. First try. you know, we did it, Reddit.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Well, I wanted to make that joke. You said it first. That's not fair.
What? I hope. Give me something British to say. I'm not doing very good British tonight.
I don't know. Edgeworth is a very specific, poshy kind of British. Anytime I think about British, I think, oh, you little twat knacker.
Oh.
I think about Lisa.
Oh, you little twat.
I don't. It's not quite the same.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
You don't eat pop for lunch, idiot.
Pip pip, cheerio. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Oh, good night, Violet. Have a good sleep.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would...
I believe I would like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
Oh, shit.
You thought. Did I use that right?
How dare you?
Is that how the jargon is used with the youth these days?
Is that my hip?
My hip.
Am I with the young people? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. I will step on you.
Oh, really now?
Yeah. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Oh, I already know what's the problem with your shit, bitch.
We don't even need to really press you if we don't want to. It's clear as day. You fucked up.
It does sound a lot like premeditation when you put it that way, doesn't it? I'll believe anything.
So, if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Do them titties come in a bento box? Wait, maybe this is too weird. No. Order the titty deluxe special. The titty deluxe.
I just imagine like 2 mounds of rice.
Yes.
But in order for it to be distinct between titty and booty, you just have like little sesame seed nip-nops.
I love it.
Little sesame seed garnish for the nip-nops.
For the nips. Yes, Emma. Yes, it does. Well, murder the delivery boy or, you know, like bone the delivery boy. I've seen enough pornos to know. If you deliver pizza, you know, you could be boning.
What? Have you ever seen the anime Bento That Happens?
What, really?
What? Do they actually use sesame seeds? Or maybe they use the little, like, cut-up hot dog.
Oh,
The ones shaped like octopuses.
Goodness.
So they look like pasties. Or if you face them forward, they could look like really long nips.
Hold on a second. I gotta put this up on a tab on my phone to look at later.
Imagine, no, for real, the little octopus hot dogs. If you set them upright, they could be like really long nips.
Super erect nips.
Super erect and long. Long boys.
Bento long boys. Okay, I've looked this up now. Damn, these bento boxes look delicious.
want a bento box. Do I really even? Because I'm pretty sure
You don't always have to press everything though. If you don't, if you're like, yeah,
one knife wound.
yeah. I don't even need to press your ass. You have no idea how many times that's happened, Dave, where I've Googled things during stream to look at later, and then later on I'll look at my phone and be like, why do I have titty bento box open in Google search? Do you remember? I don't know. And then you'll look at me like, I don't know.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you threatening me? Then I'll test you. Sorry. With my moss surprise. Wow, that looks gross.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Ah! Well, you're right. Oh, good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one... I objected!
That was my evidence that I was gonna present.
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
You should definitely post. It's bento. You should definitely just post the link. Do it. It's not real titty. It's food titty.
Food titty. Red muffler looked like blood to me. That's
Red
ghastly.
muffler.
Aren't mufflers the little things that people wear on their arms?
I thought it was like a scarf.
I don't know. Fuck if I know. I don't know nothing about no fashion.
What? I mean... Hang on. I don't remember her wearing any such thing. She does... Wait. Hang on a second. I'll just let him explain. Let Phoenix explain, I guess.
Her red muffler.
Yes. Like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
Wow. She's right, you know.
She right, though.
This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib.
A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Wow. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance!
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we first met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, need even a really short wick. He'll burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Google, how does this... Does adding more wax make it burn for longer? Yes, no. Google's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god, I'm glad Daniel wasn't here to hear all the shit I talked about Lana.
Oh yeah, Cid immediately was like, I don't like this bitch.
I was like, she guilty, she did it, I don't like her.
I was like, wow.
You are not Mia, and you will never be Mia. To be fair, I think that's more Phoenix's fault for trying to project Mia onto her.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you are not Mia, you will never be Mia.
Bum, bum, bum. Wait, can you see, Matt? Can you whisper that link to us? I want to see it, but I can't find the link. Bum, bum.
I'm gonna press the statement just because I'm curious. What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See, we agree that there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
Oh, I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. It makes sense totally, right?
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect has a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
She killed him. What?
Oh my goodness, Sid, look at these anime bento titty. It's pretty good.
Oh, I love it. Look at the titty.
Looks delicious.
Had a grudge against the victim. But that doesn't make any sense. Leading in, because they made it seem like her next statement was going to explain why she thought the victim, why the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim, but then she just goes in to say that the red muffler looked like blood. Her.
Oh yeah, we did this one, yeah.
This one.
Lunch! Lunch is inside the lunchbox! But you don't know that for sure. What if there's not lunch inside the lunchbox?
Is it like Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Until you open the box, the lunchbox, there is both lunch and not lunch inside of the box.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks like a lunchbox. Even if you say that, it's true. If there's not lunch in it, it's not a lunchbox. But if it looks like a lunchbox, and you just assume by the outside that it's a lunchbox.
What if it was like my Transformers lunchbox from middle school?
Oh yeah, man. Themed lunchboxes were dope.
You have my Transformers lunchbox from middle school, but you put dinner inside of it.
Whoa. So it's a dinner box? I'm pretty sure that's like not allowed. I think that's illegal in some states. Though to be fair, I would put breakfast in it. Don't tell anyone though. I don't want to get in trouble with the law. I can't go back.
I can never go back.
I can never go back.
Be a something else box. You know what I've put in lunchboxes before? Pencils.
What? That's definitely illegal. It's a miracle that you're here right now.
I know. Intended. Fuck it, repressing. I don't know where to go. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. My foot slipped.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
No, you're not. You're gonna dance around the issue.
Yeah, you're probably right. Try not to interrupt her again? Well, okay then. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Oh, so you admit that you're a storyteller and that you're not actually giving, like, a true testimony right now. You're
What?
making up a work of fiction.
What? No, that's not what I meant. Wait a minute.
Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you fucking doobie smoking.
Wow. I think I know what's going on here.
Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves. I think I know what it is. But I don't know if I should say.
You have no proof Miss Sky called him there!
You have no proof that she didn't.
But we do.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Who writes letters anymore? In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office. He was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Where do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
What if you eat it in the evening because you missed lunch? Does that change it to a dinner box? Well, you packed it with the intent to eat it at lunchtime, so I guess not. At least in my view. You packed it to be lunch. Just because you didn't eat it at what is considered to be lunchtime, it was still intended to be your lunch.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about opening a lunchbox and having a butt flop out of it.
Wait, what? Wait, back up a second. Hang on. We're not just gonna let that one go. Did you just say that you're imagining a lunchbox and you open the lunchbox and there's a butt in it?
It's just like sound.
Is it because you gotta eat the booty? Like groceries? Is that what's going on? Is that where your brain went there?
No,
You gotta eat the ass? Like the whole ass?
I don't know why. I just had this like very cartoonish image in my head of opening a lunchbox and then there's just a big old juicy ass that just goes right out. Like it also like it's cartoony because when you open the lunchbox, right? It's not like the butt sits nicely in the lunchbox. The butt like poofs out like it's twice as big as the lunchbox and then farts at you.
That would be mega rude, and I think I would probably throw that lunchbox into the ocean.
It's like fucking something that would happen in Rocko's Modern Life or some shit.
Yes. I could definitely see that happening in Rocco. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
It's just a big old butt. Barely fitting in that lunchbox, spilling out all over the place.
I guess I can't criticize your thinking too much because I too often have booty on the brain.
What you thinking about?
I have no idea. I don't know what to present because she just keeps talking so vaguely.
that's true, you should maybe save again first.
Because, like,
I'm
we're asking all these questions and she's not answering any of them directly. She's just giving the conjecture of what she believed to happen.
Yeah, she definitely got a grudge. I'm 90% certain that I know what's going on, but I will only if you want me to say anything, because I don't want to. I think I already know. Hang on a second. I need to actually get some water.
Chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. I think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. Right. Oh, you Sassy! Sorry. I'm, like, lost in thought. Okay, so, like, okay. There's some things, alright? There's some things and some stuff. Right? So they talk about, she says that she saw blood on her chest. That she believed she saw blood on her chest. And that she's like, oh, it was her fucking scarf or whatever. But we do know that her hand was injured, so it could have been her own blood that she saw on her chest. Oh, she's not wearing it. Yeah. I demand you explain. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. But that can't be. Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch lady, have no fear. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business. Blood on the titty! What? Very well, but there's continuing your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. The next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Ugh, sorry. Weird burps and stuff.
Sorry, that was like the longest piss ever.
I have to pee too now.
Oh, fuck.
But I did it.
You did it.
She wasn't wearing a scarf.
Yeah. I was like, oh fuck, that's right, she wasn't even wearing the scarf. What's cranking, my guys? Was it a merkin? Wait, what? What's happening? What's going on? I don't want to advance this because, like, I've played this case before. A long time ago, but I've still done it. At least we can all agree that Ace Attorney has a banging soundtrack. On my way to kill God, want anything? Borger, please. Would very much like Borger. Borger machine broke? Understandable. I am actually kind of hungry. I am kind of hungry now. But I have no Borger. Fridge machine super empty. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck, I'm trying to remember where this even goes. I ate a McFlurry? I'm sorry. Maybe that's unfair. I don't like ice cream, so stuff like that. I don't care for like Frosties or McFlurries or any of that shit. I don't have a huge sweet tooth, and when it comes to the times where I actually want a dessert, I want it to be like warm and melty and gooey. I'm not way into ice cream. But I'm glad for you. I hope that it was delicious.
I am also not super into sweets, but I love ice cream.
Yeah. I'm always cold, so I never want to eat anything that's cold, really. Unless it's pizza. I'm cool with cold pizza. And Oreos I have a bit of a weakness for too. Just particularly Oreos, but I can only really eat 2 at a time, and I gotta have milk. I gotta dip them in milk. Like cookies and cream ice cream, that's like Jeremy's jam. I just don't like ice cream. I was like, you know what would be better if this cookies and cream ice cream? If it were just the cookie. And not the rest.
Oh
yes. That one sounded kind of painful.
I love ice cream, but I'm very kind of basic bitch in my flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I won't say basic bitch, but people are like, oh, I want chocolate, or I want cookies and cream, or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, give me a really good vanilla. Give me a good solid vanilla.
Good old vanilla.
Give me a good old vanilla or a green tea.
Actually, green tea ice cream's okay.
I love me some green tea and ice cream. I also
every once in a while I'll do coffee too. Coffee ice cream.
Oh, coffee ice cream's really good, or
just every once in a while.
Pistachio. I like a pistachio ice cream.
Nah, I don't feel so much on the pistachio front.
Oh, I want to do a level pistachio.
Got a double stuff pack and ate it in 6 hours. That would probably make me sick. But if you put a little pack of Oreos in front of me, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take 2 of those right now. Give me a glass of milk. Then after 2, I'm like, I should not have done this. But it gets me every time.
They're vegan, you know.
Oh yeah, they are. Because there's just so much artificial flavoring in it.
There's just fucking chemicals and shit.
Yeah. And sugar and...
No animal products, just all fake man-made manufactured cardboard.
And sugar.
It's edible.
Don't forget the sugar. Oh, wait, fuck. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
But you're not...
Wait. And yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
You mean like a citizen's arrest?
Sure. Anyways, that's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You hear that? Futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? It's a weird hill to die on, but whatever.
It's all Oreo and John. I kind of understand those feelings right now, Cicey. I did murder sweet potato biscuits this morning for breakfast. I murdered them.
Yeah, but you're a string bean.
A lot of them.
Yeah. I still want to try one.
Oh, they're good. I think they're good. But I had like 7.
So?
They're like this big.
Yeah, I imagine that. When you said 7, I was like, okay, so they're like the smaller type of biscuit, not like a big ass fucking biscuit.
I destroyed them. There's no actual sugar in them, though. I put
The sweet potatoes are enough.
Well, sweet potatoes, and the recipe calls for brown sugar, but I used brown stevia
Oh,
instead.
okay, you gotta save one of those for me.
Yeah.
Because I gotta do it. Yeah.
I am less of a string bean. I am bloated as fuck right now, so I feel like 50 pounds heavier.
You're not, but I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's determined.
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
That has nothing to do with being obsessed with scarves.
Yeah. It me. Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
You're still dumb.
Note to self. Attorney Wright gets bitten by snake. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum.
Oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Well, you know, go ahead and do your thing.
I have all kinds of questions about this testimony.
Yeah. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. Ah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a wall there, 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. Wouldn't you say?
And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you that close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should pressure for more details?
Press her! Press that bitch!
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe.
Just for fucking shits and giggles.
The Lunchland car was. She was a visitor, thus she parked in the B block. So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
Well, I went over it, of course.
Amazing. A cough-up queen, lunch lady, athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So, she couldn't have gotten my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How come Miss Sky didn't get away?
weird.
She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Phone? You mean the cell phone? Oh, this is gonna be something that we're gonna have to do on day 2 investigation. I already know. We're gonna have to look in the muffler of that car.
Oh, maybe.
By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court does not see, Mr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right, near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used a cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
And still is.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
Seriously.
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Thank you.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Maybe just tell the truth, bitch, and we wouldn't be here.
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies, all of you, plural.
Even though the judge is like 800 years old.
Wow. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence?
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. Like a dollop of lard on is it pate?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce words that are French.
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois. I thought we were over the French.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum?
I apologized to France.
There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she just run the other way?
The other. Oh, the car entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish I could solve a few before finding more, though. Soon as Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it You have to believe me.
Okay, I can't check it? Why can't I check it?
You should be able to check it.
Okay.
You want me to
Yeah.
swivel it? Oh wait, yeah, there it is.
What?
What? There it is.
Okay.
I was like, what? Yeah, I think the only thing is on the surface of it.
No need to push this again.
What's wrong? You look like I do during finals.
Never mind, it's nothing. They made a big stink about her saying that she's like hung up the phone, and she's like, you saw her do this, and that was a big deal. So, did she not hang up the phone? Was the call like?
The phone, I don't remember it being like, because we've investigated the phone when we were there.
Yeah, we just talked about the call redial button thing. But like, here, look at this with me.
Yes.
Re-look at this exchange with me.
Okay.
Restate for the court. Okay, hold on, we can go through this.
So going through all of this again.
Oh, I can't fast forward through this part. Oh, there we go. So like this part I understand. Right? So she goes up to her. And then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this.
He could be referring to the whole thing though. Not just the phone.
Oh, her wrestling with the phone and then using her cell phone?
Yeah, because like there's a thing there.
Oh, yeah, because if she was climbing the fence, she would have been climbing the fence where the wall is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe.
maybe the map?
Maybe? I have no idea. Maybe.
That makes the most sense.
That's the kind of like tedious shit that Phoenix would be like.
Because they've already established that she was here.
Right.
And if
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
topping the fence, it would be where the
Yeah,
wall
you're
was.
right.
Alright, so,
Yep.
yeah. I have to conclude.
Okay.
Sorry. I just literally love, like, fucking different ways to say, like, I'm coming.
Guys, I have to conclude.
Oh, I'm gonna conclude. I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by his personal bias.
You know better than that, Edgeworth. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cop it all up. It's hot.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What? Ah! I'm gonna step on you.
Order! Order, what is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
Oh!
It's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
I mean, I thought it was obvious, but okay.
Here's what the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... where she saw it.
Oh. Oopsie.
She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it.
Pointless to lie? I see.
The witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All this testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr... Oh, shit. I would assume it would be like here.
It has to be somewhere where she could very clearly see the emergency telephone.
But also the murder taking place. How she could see all of it.
That's presumptuous.
That is presumptuous. Maybe she was in the security room.
She was fucking.
Yeah, she was with her boyfriend in
They
the
were
security
boning.
room. Or it could just be this door. Or maybe she was in here!
What is over there anyway?
I
Okay,
don't know. Some locked up car.
that's the real mystery.
Alright, you know what? This is just gonna be a random guess. Oh, can I save? Nope.
Nope.
It's just gonna be a random guess security room. This is the only place where she could have been.
A security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there, but why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime, and the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd?
Of course.
Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. The photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this.
But she also knows that we don't punish people who commit perjury in this game.
She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Me?
Well, who else?
Mr. Wright, you idiot. Let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The angle of the view of the crime.
Yeah.
And the distance to the crime. I think difference in lighting is whatever.
And I think maybe there's a difference in distance, but not too much.
Well, she would be on a second floor level.
Yeah, but she also doesn't have to climb a fence or anything. She just
That's true.
leave the guard station. I think that's what that door next to the phone is. I'm not sure, but like you
That
can
is
get down
true,
with a
though.
lot.
Yeah. You could probably get down as about as quickly as you could climbing over a fence.
I mean, it could technically be true, but
it would definitely change the angle of
yes,
the view of the
undoubtedly.
because she would be looking at the back of Lana Sky,
Yeah.
and you couldn't have verified that it was her. The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important, why?
Ah, fuck. Did I mess up? Maybe it is distance. No!
Dag nabbit.
My bad. Maybe it's not as easy to get down there as I'm thinking. Hey, it made sense to me logically.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. Don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
You.
Yes.
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
Oh, Timothy, thanks for your biddies. How you doing? I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Oh yeah, see, that is where that goes. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh yeah, it was locked.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
It's quite a detour.
Like, a lot. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. She was booking it.
5 minutes! This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you... Oh, that was you. Why did it just...
Do you want a caviar lunch?
No.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Well, we've been well, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something!
Do I have any evidence to stop this?
Do we?
I don't know.
Would
Wait,
you
what
wanna
are we talking about? I've already forgotten.
It took her 5 minutes to get there. That's like a big time difference. That makes sense. And then she was like, but it doesn't matter because I have a photo to prove it.
I say. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
That's true.
Al dente.
El dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
I don't remember.
Well, I guess we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there's a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Oh, jeez. Louise.
Psych! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
Damn! I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
This is another one of her trick lunchboxes.
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, a triple-decker! Out of deference of the witness's determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What is she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time?
Everything but lunch. Who made all of your lunches star your boyfriends? No, she makes the lunches for her boyfriends. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had the blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I cannot accept this as evidence.
What?
You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Who made these rules? Because we haven't been following them.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid.
You could at least study some evidence law, really. Why? We never have to worry about it in any other time.
We just have to have the evidence.
Yeah. We don't even get it approved, presumably.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. So what's wrong with the shoe that you now just bringing it up? What's wrong with it? You want to look at it? We should look at it. There's the blood. Hey, garbage can. This blood, it's my sister's, right?
Appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
Look at the bottom of the shoe.
Oh yeah, we should.
Orange.
Or inside the shoe. I don't know. Is there? No. Okay. There's blood here too.
On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood, it's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue.
Maybe. Hey, Gotcha, what's up? But, like, Well, maybe it was just cleaned up when we got there. I was like, was there blood on the ground to step in? No. How the hell? How you gonna be stepping in blood if there ain't no blood to step in?
So
He did bleed out, but presumably, I guess, in the trunk.
But I don't know what that means. Where we should present what?
Well, let's save first. I know we're close to the end of this trial period, I think. And we should be able to get through with 3 points left. Because this is all she's got left. I mean, girl. Science is always on our side. I love all the vials she's got just poking out of her bag. I want that bag.
Well, we haven't pressed her.
Yeah. Maybe we do need to clarify with pressing.
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say, I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results.
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This one, the suspect is admitting she did it?
False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
No.
No.
Not quite.
Let's just get this over with.
Judge, you wrong. You wrong in that one.
Yeah, but, you know.
And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket that I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe don't appear to have bloodstains on it.
Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the victim with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, You can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, if you combine all the various blood tests, there are millions of types. It's practically impossible to narrow a blood sample down to one person. Or so I hear.
Millions of types?
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem?
There's a problem. There's definitely a problem.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Cid could take the heat.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say.
Thank you, Judge.
What is contradictory about the victim's shoe?
Show us the problem. You want me to flip it?
Flip it.
Flip it.
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe?
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed. There's quite a bit of blood at the bottom of the shoe.
Makes sense the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of the shoe?
I wonder.
That, right?
I hope so.
The problem lies in the footprint.
Hey!
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime.
At least from this photo.
That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
Never mind that the car is kind of obscuring some parts of the floor, but whatever.
This picture only shows parts of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Shit, he's onto us.
If there were bloody prints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but,
It's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I don't know what they mean.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Predator, this one. Leopard woman. Wow. Thank you for letting me say that line again, Game.
I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that had become the evidence against her.
Warg!
That ties things up quite nicely.
But, what? That's not how that works.
Yeah, no.
The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me. This guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So, my sister's blood on the shoe. That's when it happened?
Well, I see no reason to further prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please?
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it.
But
Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
There it is. Oh, she ain't done.
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness. Don't tell me you have something else.
You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court.
Wait a second, I want to see this bitch hang herself. Wasn't the crime scene dry? Yeah, it was. But I don't know. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this graph.
A photograph.
I had this just in case anyone had the gall to suggest. But the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
Oh yeah, we could have said that, couldn't we?
Well, I see no room for error.
Mr. Wright, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Well, there you go.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning.
Shame on you, Phoenix.
And it seems this was what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
Stop making me think about Diego.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
I don't think so. It looked dry to me. No, it's wet. It's definitely, there's a reflection of the shoe and everything.
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Yes, me too.
This last one submitted. The trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Probably.
Yeah. I'll think later.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with the photograph.
Well, there's no blood on the shoe. And also, what the fuck's in the muffler?
Do you want me to center it?
Yeah.
There we go. Can you dub Trials and Tribs? Oh, we did! Oh, fuck, but I didn't save them. I don't know if I have those recorded or not. We definitely did play through Trials and Tribs already, though. I'll look for it. I might be on the hard drive somewhere. I don't think it's in our VODs, though.
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Ashworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
Oh, I see. And I see. What's the suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Ooh, what's this?
Sorry, Ms. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
Oh yeah. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Oh gosh, which piece of evidence?
It was
phone?
the, yeah. We'll check it first. Yes.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. I love Sid's voice too.
I love Kemi's voice.
Muffler.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe?
¿Por qué no los dos?
If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Wah!
Nice titty.
Thank you.
Well, seems that we have to suspend the proceedings.
Good, because I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, right on time, kind of. Ish. Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
suppose so. That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. And by lunchtime, I mean bedtime.
He's still hungry.
He's like Maya. He has a second stomach
For burgers.
for burgers.
He had caviar. He needs burgers.
Yeah. Bum. Yes. Sevu. Yes, it's our bedtimes. We have those things called jobs in the morning, so we have to go to sleep. So this is where we're gonna leave it.
And we'll find a host.
Yeah. And thank you guys all for hanging out.
Sonk it.
We won't be here tomorrow, but we will be back on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sometime we're gonna do that board game stream. I just don't know exactly when yet.
Yeah.
I want to try and get it sometime this week, maybe.
Absolutely.
Or weekend, I don't know. But yeah, we'll definitely be back for sure on Wednesday. Just not sure what we're doing yet. And, you know, thanks, guys, for hanging out and stuff. And we love your faces. Good night.